Welcome back, YouTubers, to Land of the Wombats. It's your bad old Uncle Chris here again to share some off-grid pirate lifestyle stories. Last night, Ollie and I were walking past this 15-year-old lemon mire tree, and I was hearing this rustling and I was going, what is going on in here? And I had a very strong DeWalt work light on my hands, and I thought, I'll just have a look in there. And there was a giant rat. So the rat is actually knocking the fruit off the tree and dropping onto the ground where it can eat it. Yeah, you'd like to eat that rat, wouldn't you? And that is what we're seeing. So the rat's actually eating the lemon zest and leaving the pulp. That's a complete waste of time, that. So it's a bit of a shame because it's quite a loss of good fruit. And it's systematically going through there and eating them, so it's a bit of a nuisance. Anyway, one of the things that we discovered years ago was that a food forest, and I thought it was a really, really good idea years and years ago. Stop that. I thought it was, stop it. I thought it was a great idea years ago, but what happened, what we discovered at this particular location and climate is that it doesn't work because it provides a huge amount of cover for rats and rabbits. Now, what we do to address that problem is to keep all the understory open around all the orchards so we don't mix in too many plants. And also we do habitat destruction. So wherever I find a rat nest, that is cleared up. And you can see behind me on the path is a kiwi fruit vines, and we've got two girls and a boy, and they produce usually probably 1,000 fruit a year, and it's a fantastic harvest. This year they got all of them, so all the birds got them, the rats got them, the possums got them, and we're going to have to think about what to do to deal with all those things. Anyway, let's move on and I'll show you what we're doing. One of the other issues with heavy dense vegetation too is that in a dry year like this one, and I mentioned it last week, we've had probably half the rainfall that we usually expect, which is about 200 mils or 8 inches year to date, is that some of the vegetation here is super flammable. So we had wormwood growing here and it was quite dense, and wormwood burns green, and when I say it burns green, it burns very hot green. Like the flames on that stuff are a couple of meters high, so I was a bit surprised by that, and I was going, why did we plant this close to the house? The other thing is too, they're a woody shrub, and so again the same problem occurs like with the food forest, that rats and rabbits can get in under these woody shrubs, and there's not a thing we can do about it because it's so dense. Not even the dogs, like the dogs would love hunting out, I think I just got photobombed. Stop it! Yeah, love you too. Anyway, I've lost my train of thought. Here we go. Yeah, rats and rabbits will get in under these thick woody shrubs and they'll create burrows, and there's really nothing we can do about it. So we've decided to wipe the whole slate and take it all back, and you can see it's a heck of a job. We cut them all out and burnt them last week, and we're going to put the ash back onto this area as fertilizer. In the courtyard we have a Corten steel brazier, and we can basically burn off at any time of the year in this brazier, which, as long as it's safe to do so. And all that wormwood, and there was mountains of the stuff, has converted into that ash. It doesn't go as far as you think, so we're going to distribute that back over the garden beds today, and that will be a fertilizer. Be quite good. As part of repairing those garden beds too, we're going to bring up more soil so that we improve the flat surface at the top of the ridge. Now, there were two steel raised garden beds, and these are basically an old water tank that we've purchased from someone who it was just leaky and they couldn't repair it, so we just cut it into rings and we put this plastic around the edge to stop us cutting our hands on the cuts, and they have been removed. You can see there's nothing there. They're quite sturdy, they'll last for decades I reckon, but we've removed them so that we can actually add soil underneath them, And when the soil work there is finished, we'll put them back in place. When we bring the excavated soil back up to this area to bring it up in height and also extend the ledge there, we will also add coffee grounds. And this is the amount that I get in about every 2 weeks. And we've been doing that for 18 years, so it's a lot of coffee grounds. How this place doesn't smell of coffee is beyond me. We'll also add in leaves, because it's autumn and there are a lot of leaves around at the moment, and they'll just give it a bit of bulk organic matter. It's probably not too much content left in the leaves, mineral content that is, but you know, they'll add something as well. Plus we've also got coffee husks from the roasting, the coffee bean roasting process. And these are probably they're probably some of the best stuff that we'll add in, and they'll go in and they'll just bulk up the soil. So ideally I wouldn't be growing vegetables in this mixture because it's probably a bit lopsided in terms of mineral contents. Probably too much coffee would be probably a bad thing. But here we'll probably grow things like salvias and penstemons, and just have like a small cottage garden. So we'll be able to knock all of those plants back once a year, and that will make our lives a lot easier and make it harder for the rats and rabbits. The thing you really want to do, you can go out and cull all these animals if you want, but you'll end up having to do that all the time. It's probably more ideal to set up a system where those particular animals have no reason for being here. And we do the same thing with snakes. We don't have pools of water sitting above ground during the summer months for the snakes to come up and have a drink. If you don't want snakes in your place, don't have pools of water around the place. And frogs and lizards and stuff, the things they eat. Anyway, hopefully that's the plan. We're going to get onto it today. And yeah, this should be pretty good. In another year or two's time, this place will be a carpet of flowers, and it'll be perfect for the honey eaters. So we get the honey eater birds around here, and they'll love the nectar from those flowers. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week.